I think the first thing is to be very humble. Even when you're the best and the biggest, even when you're successful and when you're winning, I think the most important thing in the world is to be humble. Why? Because success breeds arrogance and overconfidence. The only thing success teaches you is to be arrogant. When you're down, that is when you actually when you learn lessons. And so I always say, like, I don't really care about my success. Honestly, I never celebrate success.
Yes.
Why? Because there's no point. You need to just learn from your downfalls and your failures and stuff like that.
So today, it's an honor to have you on our channel. So you can introduce yourself in your method. Yeah.
Thank you. So my name is Ran. I founded the world's first televised crypto show on CNBC. I then decided to start my own channel. Today we have a channel called CryptoBanter. We have over 1.3 million subscribers across our channels. We have 6 hosts. We do daily shows, altcoins, Bitcoin. I think we're probably the biggest in the Western world, the Western world.
Yeah. All right. Because just now I listened to I think the fire chat talk. Yeah. I'm pretty amazed by your talk, actually, to be honest. Because especially that you talk about when you face the downturns of your so-called crypto journey. You have your LUNA, like 55% of your portfolio just went zero. Yeah. Zero. Then you say that you're always although it's very tough, but you're still being transparent and update with your community. This is what I've been very respected, because I also do the channel for 4-5 years, also ups or downs. Yeah, so this is what I appreciate that. So maybe you can share more about as a trader or as an investor, how you manage your portfolio and how you study, because just now you say you study and update your community.
So if we think about crypto is a new industry, and because it's a new industry, we're in a world where Wall Street and big money haven't put resources to study crypto yet.
Yes.
And so the result is that we have an unfair advantage because we know things that they don't know and they won't know for a long time.
Yep.
When they come here and they invest in crypto, we won't have an advantage anymore. So there's a very limited amount of time. I started in 2015, but there's a limited amount of time until, I think already today in Bitcoin, we don't really have an advantage anymore against TradFi. Since the BlackRock ETF, TradFi is pretty much in control of the Bitcoin price. So we have an advantage on maybe Ethereum and maybe the altcoins.
I see.
And if you're willing to put in the hours and you're willing to study, then you will have more knowledge than everybody else. And if you have more knowledge than everybody else and you're willing to take a chance and act on the knowledge that you've gained, there's a higher probability that you will make money than you will lose money.
Yeah. Information gap, information
asymmetry. What a lot of people don't understand is that it's a very finite gap. And the reason why I say it's a very finite gap is we won't be able to keep this advantage for a long time. The more money that there is in crypto, the more the TradFi money will be able to come here. Now, look, today we're a small industry, we're a $3 trillion industry, but when TradFi come here, we'll be a $20 trillion industry and they will be throwing a lot of money. And then it'll be like trading stock. And I think you'll agree and I'll agree that, look, in trading stocks, we don't have an advantage, and that's why it's no fun for us. That's why I think that these are very, very, very important years. Why do I think they're very important years? I was around in the dot-com collapse. I was around. So 1997, 98, I was 98, 99, 2000, I was around. I was around for the launch of mobile phones. I was around for the launch of social media. I was around for the launch of blockchain. I was around for the launch of AI. We have a very unique industry. The reason why we have a very unique industry is because we have a very disruptive industry that we can liquidate at any time. So you think, I have a lot of friends that are working in AI.
Yeah, sure.
And AI is very exciting, but that's going to be 10 years before they can withdraw any money from their idea. In crypto, you can have an idea today and you can have liquidity tomorrow. And that is something that's never existed in the history of mankind.
This is a new one. I never think that before.
Yeah, so that is why I think that right now we're in the best industry in the world. You give me any industry, biotech, medicine, probably an amazing industry. 20 years to develop a medicine and to be able to monetize it. Okay? If biotech was crypto, you could write the white paper and you could distribute the tokens tomorrow and have liquidity tomorrow. And so we have a once in a lifetime opportunity. This will never happen again. Or if it does, amazing, but I've never seen anything like it before. And that's why it's so important that now, while you have this opportunity and every day the gap is closing and closing and closing, it's so important that you capitalize on this now, because, like, let me ask you a question. What are you going to do after crypto?
Basically, I'm more focusing on trading. So as long as the market is there.
What are you going to trade after crypto? Because when crypto is no longer fun anymore, what are you going to trade?
More volatile markets.
What? There's nothing like
emerging market.
There's nothing like it. I used to trade Forex sometimes. There's nothing like it, bro.
Am I right? That's true. That's true. Yeah. Just now you have mentioned as well that Bitcoin is really a disruptive thing in the financial market, which is you can maybe it's continuously developing for the next 20 years, 30 or even 50 years. So for this, our lifetime is enough. It's a growing, exponential growing market.
Yeah. I think we'll have a lot of fun on Bitcoin, and I think you can still make a lot of money on Bitcoin, but not as much as you can make on other places where you have information asymmetry.
Agree.
So right now, I think like Solana is a little bit more exciting than trading Bitcoin, just because the institutions aren't here yet. They don't understand it yet. So I think maybe like you want to say that the Bitcoin of this cycle, you know, in 2017 when there was only Bitcoin and there was no institutions, Bitcoin was amazing. I think maybe in this cycle, Solana is that, because there's no institutional access.
Yeah, true.
And they don't really understand what Solana is, and we do. And that gives us an advantage, right?
Then when they understand and come in, they are our exit liquidity somehow.
Correct. Exactly. And we have this game now, like Bitcoin, they are our exit liquidity, so we can invest in ETH if you want to invest in ETH. Then they're also going to be our exit liquidity, so we can invest in SOL. When there's a SOL ETF, we'll sell them our Solana and we'll go down to SUI. It's an amazing opportunity that we have. But the problem is that most people don't understand it. And the reason why I say that is most of the people in my community and your community are very young. And because they're so young, they've never experienced a real market before. And so they think this is normal. But it's not normal.
True. I see. Okay, that's a good one. So maybe we can dive in more deeper in how that, because you say that you are the serial entrepreneur before, so maybe you are very sensitive when the market trend change, how to adapt to the markets. So what is the important thing or important traits that you think is the most important to learn in the early days, like the young investor like us, to be more sensitive and to be more comprehensive when doing trading or doing investing?
Okay, so I think the first thing is to be very humble. Even when you're the best and the biggest, even when you're successful and when you're winning, I think the most important thing in the world is to be humble. Why? Because success breeds arrogance and overconfidence. The only thing success teaches you is to be arrogant. When you're down, that is when you actually lose lessons, when you learn lessons. And so I always say, like, I don't really care about my success. Honestly, I never celebrate success. Why? Because there's no point. You need to just learn from your downfalls and your failures and stuff like that. So I think maybe the most important trait in the world is to remain humble. Even when you're at the top. So I was saying that I think that the most important thing is never, ever to be, even when you've made money and you've called the trade right, congratulations, you ride the trade, but you never learn anything from a winning trade. You only learn things from your losses and from your losing trades. Number one. Number two, as a result of that, never be afraid to fail, because, you know, the thing is, if you take a chance and you fail, you've tried to do something different. And 9 times out of 10, you'll fail. But 1 time out of 10 you will succeed, and when you succeed you could change the world. Right? And so
Mark Cuban.
No, like for me, like I celebrate. A lot of people in my office say to me, but what if I make a mistake? I will congratulate you. Why will I congratulate you? Because if you do what everybody always does, you will succeed, because that's what everybody always does. If you try something and you fail, you've tried to do something new that can actually change the world. And that is for me the most important thing. So never be too arrogant. Always be humble. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And then I think the last one that I want to share with your audience is be consistent. Consistency is a superpower. Why do I say that? Most people don't fail because they're bad. Most people fail because they can't tolerate the hard times. So if you think about like an entrepreneurial journey, usually entrepreneurs start here and they go down, and then it turns, and then they go up. Now, on the way down, more and more people fall off. So it's like if you think about running a marathon, but the beginning of the marathon is actually a hill. So a lot of us will start running, right? And most people won't make it over the hill. But let's say 100 of us start the marathon. Only 10 of us will be there at the top to continue the race, right? And the same thing with entrepreneurs. Most people won't actually make it to the point to the bottom. Now, what is the point at the bottom? The point at the bottom for me is a very interesting point. It's the point where you've done enough hard work, enough research, and when you get to the point of desperation. You have to make it work because your money's finished, your investors are about to pull out. And then what do? You don't make the best choice. You make the optimal choice, which means that, look, sometimes it's not perfect, but it's the only way that I'm going to make money, and it's the only thing I can do right now. And then you do, and you start iterating on the way up. And that's what I feel. I say just be consistent every day. In the good days, run 10 miles. In the bad days, run 10 miles. On days where the markets are bad, make a 30-minute video. On days where the market are good, make a 30-minute video. If you can get to that consistency, number one, you'll train yourself to be consistent. Number two, you will earn the trust of your audience. And why I say that is because I believe that consistency is integrity.
Okay.
YouTube is all about, YouTube streaming, building audiences is all about honesty, integrity, and therefore transparency. And showing up every day in the good time and the bad time is integrity. I know a lot of streamers that disappear for the whole bear market when the community actually needs them because the community is losing money. And then in the bull market, they're like, buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. No. Show up every day. Go to my channel. You can look at my channel.
Yeah.
Bull market, bear market, every day. I've made the same video at the same time. Every single day.
Yeah. So this is also very, I think it's an important lesson and it's also very reminding. So especially when you say that you face the LUNA crash, but you still stay consistent. But maybe you can elaborate a bit about how is your psychological changing during that period of time and how you overcome it.
I met LUNA when they were still in the incubator at Hashed in Korea.
Yeah.
And I wrote...
that's the early stage, man.
They were not even it was just a concept. There's a video of me speaking to Danny and Do in the accelerator. And I loved the idea so much that I put in over $250,000 of my own money into LUNA. It was not even open for investment yet. And I put in $250,000 of my own money into LUNA. And you know, for a long time, LUNA did nothing. And then LUNA started to go up. And I told my friends that I'm buying more LUNA at 40 cents. 40 cents.
Yeah.
And I bought a lot of LUNA. And you know, at one point, the value of my LUNA was over $150 million. And then not only that, I also, because I loved LUNA so much, and I genuinely believed that LUNA was the future of money. And I told my community that I believe it. LUNA was, and they all followed me. And so we all put a lot of our wealth into LUNA. And then, as you know, in 3 days, it went to zero. I couldn't sell it because all my LUNA was staked.
I see.
All my cash, dry powder, was sitting staked on Anchor Protocol. Okay, so I was destroyed. I was awake and I was alive, but I was dead. Like, I remember my kids used to like run past me and I didn't have any emotion. I was dead. I'd lost everything, you know, like, you know, I built it up for 20 years and I lost it in one day, everything. And I remember walking in the office and everybody looked at me and like everyone was unsure because I'm the boss, I'm the leader.
Yeah.
And everybody was looking at me and like, what's next? And then I remember like, I just made a show every single day. And speaking to my community hated me. The first show after LUNA, everybody was swearing at me. You put me into LUNA, what a scammer, you know? And I was just honest and open. I was like, guys, I lost all the money, what can I do? I really thought LUNA was the future of finance. This is the risk we took. And then slowly over time, we together as a community, we mourned the loss of our LUNA. And then we were one day faced with an opportunity, with a decision. The decision was carry on in a pity party or wake up and try and make all the money back.
Okay.
And you know, like when you look at a chart has, you got high and then you got down and you got up and you go down and you get higher lows. And even at the end of my LUNA, I was at a higher point than I was in the previous market. And I said to myself, hold on, if I was a chart, this is the turning point where I make the higher low. And naturally, after a higher low, you go to a higher high.
Yeah.
And so in my head, I started thinking like a chart. And I said, okay, if in the beginning of 2017, I was here, and then I went to here, but then now I'm here, that's my higher low. And so I must turn around and try and go for the higher high. And so since then, all I've been trying to do is get to the higher high.
Yeah.
And very proud to say that in the beginning of this bull market, I was already at a higher high.
Ooh.
So now I'm in price discovery. You know, so you want to talk about
price discovery, yeah.
I'm in my own price discovery now.
Congrats on that.
But it's a mindset. And the mindset is
good reframing.
Sometimes in life, you will be knocked down. And then you are faced with a decision. It's natural to be down. You have to mourn the loss because when you take a big loss, you have to think about what you did wrong. I will never make that same mistake ever again. But then you get to an inflection point where you have a decision to make. Do you want to give up? Do you want to be average? Or do you want to fucking go for that higher high? And my personal decision, I'm going for the higher high. I'm going into price discovery. And then inside of me, what happened was I went into what I call beast mode.
Okay.
Where I'd never been hungrier. I'd never been more ambitious. I'd never worked harder. I went fucking mental to conquer the world. I had a point to prove.
Okay.
Not only did I have a point to prove, but just like a chart, you know what the previous high was, so you can aim there, right?
Yep.
So like, you know why they call the high the resistance level? Because generally when you look at a chart, generally my resistance level was my previous high.
Yeah.
So in my head, all I needed to do was get to the previous high.
Yeah, and break through it.
When I got to the previous high, it was like, fuck, I can break through this. I can do it.
Yeah.
And I broke through it. And then I was like, bro, I'm in price discovery now. Like, I can just carry on going and carry on going and carry on going. And so I think charts are actually a graphical representation of human psychology, right? That's what charts are.
Yeah.
Fear, greed, emotion, and
ups and down cycles.
Ups and down cycles. And the same thing happened with me. Like I could have collapsed and I could have been written off, or I could have gone into higher high, and I decided I'm going to fight back and I'm going to go for the higher high. Yeah. And so that's how I dealt with it, how I dealt with so much loss. And I took my community on that journey with me, which was probably the most special thing in the whole world, because I helped them and they helped me.
How long that the period like go from the bottom, I mean the community, because they are like swearing at you, they are scolding you. When does the community start to switch? I'm believing the right one.
They started to believe. So the first day was the worst day. If you go back to that show, the comments are like scammer, fuck you, I hate you.
Do you scared to go outside?
Well, no, I wasn't scared of that, but I felt bad. Like a lot of people followed my calls, but I wasn't malicious. It was what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then when they realized that I was being honest and transparent, and when they realized that I was trying to fix my life, I think they were faced with the decision to say, look, either I'm going to try this alone or I'm going to follow him because he's trying to fix it and he's done it before. Some we lost.
I see.
And some continued. Yeah.
That's back on that.
Yeah.
So, other than the community, and let's talk about what you learned from this LUNA investment, or anything that you would think is worth sharing about.
So let me tell you what I learned. Number one is, no matter how much you believe in something, even Bitcoin, don't let it be too much of a big part of your portfolio.
Okay.
Because
diversify.
And you always read about diversify, and bro, I studied a CFA and it's all about diversification. And I didn't diversify. And so I think now I really understand why you need to diversify. Okay. Number two, the most important people in the world, the trolls and the people that are against your theory on Twitter and on social media. I think on social media, there's three types of people. There are those people that agree with you, there are those people that don't care, and there are those people that are against you.
Okay.
The ones that agree with you teach you nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, they are your worst enemies. Why? Because they will take up something that you believe and they will reinforce your belief. Bad.
Yeah.
The ones that don't care, forget about it. The ones that are anti or negative against you are the most important people in the world. You know why? Because they are the ones that challenge your idea. And with LUNA, I didn't listen to the naysayers. I used to swear at them. I used to block them. I used to write them off.
Okay.
What are you talking about, bro? You have no idea what you're talking about. You're such a clown. Blah, 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 blah. And then I said to them, and then this time round, I was like, okay, no, it's different. This time, every time I get a bad comment, but not like a bad comment, but a comment that challenges one of my beliefs, that is the comment that I pay the most attention to. Why? Because they may show me something that I don't already see.
I see.
And that might save me losing 20% of my portfolio, right?
Yeah.
And so those are for me the most important people in any belief system, are the people that are willing to challenge you. Now look, sometimes it's not respectful and sometimes it's pretty harsh, but your responsibility is to read between the lines. Never have blind faith in anything. Always be willing to listen to the people that challenge your belief with an open mind, because they may save you 55% of your portfolio. And there were a lot of people that tried to warn me about LUNA.
Yeah.
But I never listened. I was like, no ways, bro. LUNA is the future of money.
I see. All right, this is a good one. Okay, thanks for that. Okay, so lesson learned. Okay, what's the time that you do it right? Then make the most out of it, because you say that you are going back to your higher high. So there must be something that you do it right. And what's the advice that you can give to our audience?
So I was responsible. I had a diversified portfolio.
Okay.
I was consistent.
Okay.
I studied all the time.
Okay.
I did shows all the time. I was diligent and consistent, always researching, always making moves, responsible. And then maybe a slight change in mindset. And my slight change in mindset was, look, I've been here for 3 cycles. In 2017, I made a whole lot of money and I lost it all.
Okay.
In 2021, I made a whole lot of money and I lost a lot of it. In this cycle, what I realized is that the winner is not the person who makes the most money during the cycle, but it's the person who takes the most money out of the cycle. So it's almost like the analogy of, if you go to the casino and you're up on chips, you're not the winner.
Yeah.
You only count your chips when you leave the casino and you pay for the parking and the boom closes behind you, right? That's when you count the money, right?
Okay.
So I see a lot of people making a lot of money this cycle, but they're not making any money because they're holding shitcoins. And they're going to hold the shitcoins all the way up and all the way down. And I know better than that. 80% of my portfolio is in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and 3 other big altcoins.
Okay.
20% is in meme coins and whatever else.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people that I know that have 100% in meme coins, and today they feel like they're the richest guys in crypto.
Okay.
Great, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens at the end of the cycle.
Yeah.
So I think the learning is be responsible and always remember the story that your mother told you about the tortoise and the hare.
Okay.
You know the race between the tortoise and the hare? Yeah. There's a lot of hares running around, jumping to every meme coin and everything, and you think that they're winning.
Okay.
They're not winning.
Okay.
The winner is the tortoise that does 3 steps, 3 steps,
step by step.
3 steps, 3 steps, 3 steps. And remember that, again, the money is only counted at the end when we leave the casino and the gate closes behind us.
Yeah. Maybe, okay, because maybe some of our audience, I mean everyone, because they start small, they just came into the industry and they are young. So they will always complain that I'm not enough capital. And if I just invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's like going nowhere for them. So what is your advice for them that how to start small?
So look, crypto is a great industry because anyone can make money, right? When I say anyone can make money, number one, we have leverage. Now I'm not saying that people must use leverage. If you have $100, you can leverage your ETH 2 times or 3 times, which is responsible, right?
Yep.
And then you've all of a sudden got $300 worth of ETH with $100, right?
Yep.
On 2 or 3x leverage, and that's pretty much a safe bet.
Yep.
So $100 actually equals $300 in crypto, number one, right? Number two, there's a lot of opportunities in crypto that require very little capital. Example, airdrop farming. Like you can use that $100 50 times to farm different airdrops and make money without actually investing, right?
Yep.
Number three, the best industry where you can just switch on the camera and start streaming.
Yeah, true.
So like, don't come in here with a victim mentality. Work, do something. Switch on the camera, write a newsletter.
Yeah, produce value.
Produce value, and you'll make more money in crypto than you've ever made. So you don't have to take the $100 and spend it on Bitcoin. I've already shown you that in crypto, if you buy Bitcoin on a 4x leverage, you'll never get liquidated.
Yep.
Because you're counting on Bitcoin going down to 25% of its value. It's not gonna happen, okay?
Yep.
So 100 equals 400.
Yeah.
Now you have $400 worth of Bitcoin.
Yep.
Right,
True.
so it's the only industry in the world where you can do something like that.
Yep.
Don't fuck this up.
That's right. That's right. Okay, one last question.
Sure.
So for you and your team, CryptoBanter, this brand, what is your vision for the next maybe 5 years? What you're trying to achieve and why is it important?
So before I got into crypto, I built and sold a very big marketing company, and I actually came into crypto with a lot of money. I sold my company for $150 million. It's very public. You can go and check it out on the internet. And so when I came into crypto, it wasn't because I was trying to make a lot of money quickly. It was because like I wanted to do something bigger. And the thing that I landed up doing was I realized that if I do a lot of research and I share my research with my community and I make portfolio moves based on my research, then I landed up making money. And so did they land up making money. And so I realized that I have a superpower. And my superpower was I'm able to change people's lives.
I see.
And specifically, I'm able to change people's lives by helping them learn how to make money. And so my mission is to change people's lives
financially
by, well, I'm not a doctor, so I can't do surgery, and I'm not a shaman, so I can't spiritually fix people. What I can do is I can teach people how to make money so that they become financially free. Now, wait. What does financially free mean? Some people say that being financially free is not as important as being a doctor or being, I don't know. Let me give you an analysis of what I believe in financially free. Me and you are financially free, which means that we are free to do whatever we want. We can fly around the world, we can go on vacations, we can buy whatever we want, whenever we want, right?
Yeah.
But 95% of people that are watching this video have rent to pay, have food to pay, and as you said, maybe have $100. Now, those people aren't free. Those people are in prison, and the prison is they have to work so that they can eat and that they can live. Now, what does society do to the worst people in the world? They put them in prison. They take away their freedom. Only prison, they give you free food, free accommodation, free food. Okay? Most people that are watching this video, I guarantee you, are in prison. But they're just not in a real prison. They're in the prison of having to work, to pay rent, to pay food, and if they've got kids, they're even in a worse prison because they have the pressure of putting their kids through school and whatever else. My mission and Banter's mission is to build the most profitable community in the world so that we can change as many lives as possible by making people financially free and give people freedom so that they can actually take this one life that they have and live it and not spend the one life that they have working every day so that they can eat and they can sleep. And that's why I work every single day. That's what drives me every single day. And when you have that mission, everything becomes easy, right? So like, should we do this? Well, does it make more people rich? Yes, okay, let's do it. No, let's not do it.
Wow.
Every decision that I ever make in business is around, will it change people's lives? Will it help make more people financially free? Example, if I'm investing in a company and the company has a software, I ask the question, will this software change people's lives? Will it help make them financially free? If yes, the answer is automatically yes. If no, the answer is automatically no.
Yeah.
So when you are a mission-led business or a mission-led person like me, I don't care about making money. I mean, I want to make money because it's fun, but whether I have more or less money ain't going to change my life. I'm still going to wear the same t-shirt, the same jeans, the same Garmin watch. I didn't really get that's not going to change my life. And so I work with a mission in mind to try and change people's lives. And if you speak to people that interact with me, you'll know that they'll tell you that all I really care about is, can I change your life so that you can help more people become financially free? If the answer is yes, the answer is I'll definitely do it. Yeah. Simple as that.
It's very good sharing, very good sharing.
Thank you, my friend. I hear you've got an amazing community, so I'm sending much love to
so
your
thanks
community.
for CryptoBanter sharing a lot of. So you guys, I think this video you can repeat quite a few times because some of the concept is deep but simple. So again, thank you for your time. I really appreciate that. And remember to follow your
CryptoBanter. Yeah, I'm at CryptoManRun on Twitter and CryptoBanter on YouTube. And actually, let's do something. Let's agree that we should one day trade together live.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
Cool, my friend.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Okay, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
So remember, if you like the content, you subscribe, both of us. So we see you in the next video. All right, thank you.